everyone, welcome to the story world. Today my topic is the water cycle. Let's learn about it. Water is an amazing element. It is more than just something we drink. Did you know that the adult body is 50 to 60% of water? Or did you know that water covers almost 71% of the earth's surface? Water is everywhere. But to understand water, you have to understand the water cycle. Have you ever thought about where the water comes from? Let's learn the step of the water cycle. The earth has a limited supply of fresh water. The supply comes and goes through the water cycle. Precipitation, evaporation and condensation all play a role in the water cycle. Let's discuss the water cycle step by step. First is evaporation and transpiration. Evaporation occurs when the sun heats up water and turns the water into vapor. Water from all the sorts of bodies of water are evaporated, to include oceans, rivers, lakes and ponds. Did you know that plants also play a role in the early part of the water cycle? Transpiration is another cycle in which water vapor is released into the atmosphere. Trees and plants sweat and release water into the air. Sometimes water can turn directly into a gas without first becoming a liquid. This is known as sublimation. If you have ever seen dry ice, you have experienced sublimation. Snow and ice can be also sublime. Second is condensation. Have you ever poured cold water on a hot day and had water droplets from on the cup? This is condensation. As water vapor from plants and water moves higher into the atmosphere, clouds are formed during this stage of the cycle. Water vapor gets extremely cold. Water vapor changes back to water in liquid form. Clouds move with the currents. Clouds rain. Third is precipitation. As time passes, more and more water forms and collect in clouds. As droplets are released, they fall back to the earth in form of rain, hail, snow, sleet. Precipitation is important for watering plants while also provide for other source of water for other living things. Without precipitation, we would have no water to drink and no water to swim in. Precipitation also helps to regulate water temperatures and water levels. Without precipitation, we experience droughts, deserts, droughts. Fourth is collection. The last step of the water cycle is the collection. As the water falls to the earth, it's collected. The collection does more than create mud and puddles to jump in. It regulates the water in our ocean, lakes and rivers. Once the collection is over, the water begins to evaporate and the cycle continues Earth's atmosphere. That is called the water cycle. Thank you for watching my videos. We will see you in next video. Bye bye.